A brand new gameplay of Resident Evil 4 Remake just came out and there's some exciting new details that will absolutely blow your mind. So stick till the end to find all about that. First, let's talk about Krauser and Leon's fight. The original had the whole fight done in a quick time event with button smashing, but in the remake, it turns into a normal boss fight. It's a knife versus knife fight, but you can actually block his attacks. It's really cool. You do have button smashing at times, which is done exactly the same as the original. The dialogues have also changed, which means the remakes will explore everything just slightly different instead of doing a one-to-one remake.
We are just getting started, rookie.
Also, Krauser, he looks more menacing here than the original. Moving on to another boss battle with Garrador. He has a slightly different design than that of the original. But as you fight Garrador, who cannot see but only can listen, you can sneak behind him and do a stealth attack. After playing this remake, it would be definitely hard to go back to the original and play this boss fight. You can also evade the attacks as the game gives you a small window that can help you get away from those claws. One of the significant features is parrying. Leon can parry pretty much anything, whether it's bolts, those plaga heads who have a wide range of attack, or molotovs. In the original, your knife wasn't much of a use unless you're doing knife-only runs, but in the remake, your knife is a really big weapon, but you need to keep your dexterity in check because if it's low, you cannot use it. After the lake monster fight, you can now use the boat more freely to explore new areas. This was present in the original to a certain extent, but in the remake, it looks like you can explore even more, and you can also use the boat to destroy barrels for coins. You also have the option to use the spike whenever you can, which was last used in the lake monster fight, which means we might have more enemies in the water or on the land so that you can use those spikes. Moving on to Ashley. Now, instead of telling her to hide in a box, you can actually tell her to spread apart.
Spread out!
So she will distance herself from you while you deal with the enemies. But the enemies can catch her and try to take her away. So if you're not attentive enough, you will lose her. Based on this new gameplay, one of the enemies can hook himself up to the ceiling. Talk about upgrades. Ashley's reaction is amazing at this point. And so is Leon's puns.
No food for you!
While in combat, you can actually shoot the enemy's legs, which will slow them down, but it can also give you an indicator to either do a roundhouse kick or a German suplex, depending upon the angle. Looks like Leon has been watching some wrestling. When you arrive at the castle, you also have to save yourself from catapult and use the cannon to destroy the gate. In the original, you can only use the cannon to destroy the gate, but in the remake, you can freely move the cannon and use it to destroy pretty much anything you want. Finally, when you enter the castle, you will notice that it's more atmospheric than the original. But that is not the only area, because every single area is much more atmospheric, creepy, and gory to intensify the horror. Certain dialogues have also changed as you interact with different characters, such as Salazaar, and he also just isn't a kid anymore, but a creepy old man.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one.
I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
These new details makes me even more excited about Resident Evil 4 Remake. Which changes are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments. But these are not the only changes that you need to know. Watch this video to know even more.